we found a town. We split up into groups. One group decided to be musicians. The other group were stealth assassin.
We weren't musicians. We were just disguised as cultists.
You didn't start it right.
Last
Well,
time on Ballers and Bagpipes. Do, 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 do,
Whoops.
do, do, do. Our merry band of adventurers arrived at Elysia, only to see thousands of cultists storm into
Hold on, I got you, Koi. Keep talking.
the city, deciding it was a bad idea to fight their way in. They split into two groups. One group was in disguises as cultists, with Odin bound up, and the other group decided to sneak their way in, with Eragon casting his sneaky spell. When they arrived, the disguise group came upon a meeting in which Mr. He's not on the enemies list, whatever his name is.
The dragon
Mill.
Armin? Wait.
Armil, hold on.
Armil, okay. Armil took Emmy.
Oh, you didn't do it.
What?
You're at the point where the music is taking over.
What?
Yeah, you didn't line up. You didn't line up the drop, so 0 out of 10.
Hello,
Oh,
I'm Ciego.
remix.
I am a dragonborn and I do not appreciate being called an Argonian.
Damn.
Yep, you met Ciego, and you have a flesh baby.
Oh, yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Then
Oh, yeah,
we'll
Odin
do
got
it.
really drunk with some cultists. Oh, we also met a lady with a crabby lung. And our DM lost his voice.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw the message in the Discord, but my voice is kind of shot, so I can't really do any shouting or like deep gravelly voices. Although, I guess when I have a sore throat, my voice is a little bit more gravelly than usual. But every NPC is gonna be ASMRing it up. Yeah, but thank you, Koi. That was actually a really good summary. So I'll just go ahead and drag you back. You guys were proceeding to the economic sector, where I believe the plan was to sort of meet up at the haystack, which is where the dragonborn Ciego has told you to go if you were interested in joining up the resistance. Let's get some music going. Right. So you just showed up in the economic sector, and you're sort of walking down one of the pathways. It's off the main road, as you can see, but it's sort of where all the entrances of the various shops are located. And to remind you of the things that were noteworthy, there's a lot of interesting fragrances emitting from this store. You can see some flowers and herbs growing out the front. Right here, there's a big ol' sign that just says the haystack, so this is sort of your bar of interest. And over here is a somewhat fancy-looking shop. You look up and there's a big sign. You'd imagine that if it had lights, it would be neon and flashy, but it says the Basil Twins Emporium. And you're walking down this alleyway, and on the walls of the haystack and this emporium, there's a lot of racist anti-tiefling graffiti. And in front of the emporium, there's actually a dark elf with a mask over his face who's currently scrubbing down some of this graffiti. So I will now hand the flow of the game back to you guys. Bob is sadly stuck outside because he's too fat to fit into this little pathway.
Bob, stay.
Stay.
Good boy, Bob.
And he sits down with a large thud.
I walk up to this dark elf.
Okay. Just walk up to him. He has not noticed you. He has his back turned to you. He is scrubbing the wall.
Hello? Do you have any wheels and steels?
And he says, "Oh, do you normally sneak up to people like that?"
I don't mean to try it.
Sorry, you just scared me. I don't suppose I do. But while you're here, could I interest you in checking out the Basil Twins Emporium?
Yeah, sure.
Lovely, lovely. Please pay no mind to the writing on the wall. This will be gone shortly. But if you're interested, why don't you go on ahead and step right on in? That is a window wheelie. Stop jumping through windows.
Where's the door?
It's a little hard to tell, but the door is right here, and I can open it up for you.
Doors are hard.
Yeah, doors are hard. All right, is anyone else following Wheelie into this Emporium?
Those are hard for wheelie.
Apparently.
Galadriel is.
He punches the door.
Yeah, if you want to follow him, why don't you go ahead and drag yourself in there?
He just jumps through the windows and breaks them, and then gets out the moment he realizes that it's not the entrance.
So as you enter into this shop, you notice, sort of from your initial impression, it seems to be sort of like a textile clothing sort of store. There's a lot of really cool trinkets and jewelry, and lots of fancy dresses and suits and costumes. Would you believe it? They are very well expertly designed, and you walk in. And on the far end, sitting on sort of these two chairs, you see two tieflings. Just to sort of give you a lore breakdown, yeah, you just see two chairs. Just to give you a breakdown of what a tiefling is. So canonically, tieflings were basically the result of the devil, basically, breeding's not the word. The devil had sex with humans, is basically what happened. And
Raping
then,
humans?
I don't know if it was necessarily consensual or not, but however it happened, it did, and it was basically like, so they used to be humans, and that was a long, long time ago, and pretty much since then, like all of their progeny have these, demonic characteristics, but for all intents and purposes, they are very much human. Tiefling racism is pretty common just because like people know the legend, the lore of tieflings, and it's like, oh, you guys are literal, demon spawn. We don't trust you. So that's pretty much the backdrop. Oh, Flinty, yeah, Flinty, you want to get in here? I'll get you down in here.
What?
Yeah, so you walk in, and sitting on the chairs are two tieflings, one male, one female. On the left, you see a purple-skinned tiefling. She has one horn on the left side of her face, and right now she is comforting a male tiefling who is a bit of a bluer shade. Horn is on the right side of his face, so they sort of have like this opposite horn thing going on. And he is, I wouldn't say weeping, but he's upset about something. If you're interested, you could roll a investigation check to find out what he's upset about, or just use your brain. So he's upset. You can see it looks like he might have been crying a little bit. And the female tiefling is sort of just like, patting his shoulders and just saying like, everything's gonna be all right. It's okay. They're not gonna hurt you. Using your brain is optional, yeah. Dynasty and Guided, or I guess rather Galadriel and Isarya, you garner that he's probably upset about the racist graffiti. You hear the woman say, "It's gonna be all right. Look, we got customers. Put on a smile." He's sort of. He raises his head out of his hands, and can I just say, Flinty, he's adorable. He's beautiful. He's like the most beautiful person you've ever seen in your life. Is that a cat?
That's so cute. Oh my god. Is that purring? That's
Yeah, he just jumped on the desk and he's like, hello.
That's adorable.
That was like ASMR. It was so good.
Yeah, he's a big boy. Purrs really loud. I don't know what he's doing here though.
He
Oh,
wants to be
More.
with his dad.
More, please.
do I need to draw like a cat?
They stand up and the male tiefling with as much poise and decorum as he can manages to say at the same time as the female tiefling, "Welcome to the Basil Emporium. How can we help you today?" Yeah.
What is in here? Just like costumes and good-looking clothes. You said.
And the female says, not just costumes, but really anything you can find. And for the more discerning customers, we may also have some items of the exotic magical variety. But for the most part here, we just deal in sort of, high-end to low-end clothing, bits and baubles, jewelry, that sort of stuff. Just trying to make an honest buck, you know?
Is now the good time to ask if you have any wheels and steels?
We unfortunately do not deal in hardware like that.
You don't have any steel jewelry?
Well, steel jewelry is not common, but if you'd like to put in an order form, we can certainly draw something up. Do you have anything in mind?
I'll consider. For now, if you have any proficiency in it.
And the male tiefling looks over to the other and says, "We can say quite confidently that we are probably the best jewelry makers you'll find in town, and for a good couple miles, especially if you were interested in enchantments of some kind."
I'd like to ask them what type of magical items they have for sale.
Yeah, and so the male tiefling will sort of hold out his hands as if to gesture at some articles, and so there's an assortment of trinkets, necklaces, rings, earrings, that sort of stuff. Different kinds of enchantments, minor enchantments, major enchantments. And at the same time, it'll also point to some articles of clothing. So there's shirts, there's capes, there's pretty much anything you can think of. And so if I can be a little meta at the moment, this is basically a store where if you were interested in purchasing a custom-made magic item that makes sense, then you could basically put in like a custom order, and if you provide either gold or raw materials and a small service fee, they can conjure it up. It is not limited to what's in the handbook and rulebooks. If you want to do something special, just ask away and then work with me, as in the DM, and we'll come up with some reasonable creation.
Are we still wearing cultist robes?
You are, I
Okay.
think, yes. And so they're a little on edge, but they don't refuse you service.
Could I ask him for an order form?
Certainly. What do you have in mind?
I'd just like to look at the form and see what kind of information you're gonna need from me.
Okay. So on the form, there's a bunch of bureaucratic nonsense, but for the purpose of gameplay, you obviously don't have to worry about that. So it's basically, the major things are the type of article you're interested in, and they're limited to things that can be created with cloth or small jewelry items, or hide and that sort of stuff. So no metal, no armor or weapons or that sort of stuff. So type of article, and then the type of enchantment where you can be as specific as you want, and sort of we'll have a discussion about gold pricing based on the desired effect of the item.
what type of enchants are there?
So, I don't. I can probably find one, but I don't think there's like a super clear cut like, oh, this does. There's very basic stuff. Like for example, if we were to use the example of weapons, there's stuff like, this weapon does bonus magical damage of like, fire, lightning, ice. Or for jewelry, some common enchantments are like resistant to X type of damage. Resistant to frost damage, resistant to fire damage.
Right.
And those are like sort of the basic ones if you don't want to spend too much time thinking about it.
Okay.
But they can definitely get a little more crazier. There's enchantments that let you like store charges of spells. There's enchantments that give items properties, like you could give an item slow fall, which is, it's what it sounds like. It makes you fall slowly as long as the item has magical charge. So you can enchant an item with a specific spell. If there's a spell you think it's cool and you want to have it linked to an item and be able to cast it at will, that sort of thing.
So you said it can be like a jewelry piece, like an amulet or something like that. Is there any restrictions on like what type of material it's made out of or anything like that, or does that really matter?
I wouldn't say it really matters, but I guess it would depend on the specific thing you're asking for.
Do you
So
want us to ask now or ask like?
yeah, do you want us to do this all right now, or do you want to do this like offline at a time, or because I mean I have an idea now, but I don't really want to soak up like 2 hours of theory crafting.
Yeah, I would say if there's something complicated, then we can definitely message me and we'll talk about it. Oh, by the way, I just found out, so in Xanathar's Guide to Everything, which I have purchased, so you have access to it, there is a chapter called Rules for Crafting Magic Items, so you should find more information on there. That's sort of, there's just like a pricing list and like tier or / rarity, and that's sort of what I'm going to go with when it comes to crafting magic items.
Okay,
so if you're interested, you can take a look. In the rulebook.
I guess if I wanted like a compass of sorts, would that be considered like a jewelry item? Like I could wear it around my neck with a little compass
that
on
could
it?
certainly be arranged. I guess you wouldn't have to wear it because it's a compass, but.
What if I want to?
And then, yeah, of course.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll message you then. I got something.
Anything to your heart's desire, sir.
Cool.
Flinty,
are you staring at the male tiefling?
I want to ask him. I saw some anti-tiefling graffiti outside. What's going on?
And he sighs. By the way, their names are Bale and Lucy. Bale is the male, Lucy is the female. Yeah, that's. Well, you guys seem nicer than the usual cultists that come in here. Like, what's your deal?
We're new around here.
Well, listen, if you have any influence, can you, like, tell them to just back off? Like, it's not like this is new. We had to deal with this garbage ever since we moved here.
Where were they the last time?
What do you mean, where were they?
Like, do you remember what they look like or where you last saw them?
I don't know the people who did it, but it's not like it's limited to just a couple. No, and he turns to to Lucy, his sister, and he says, "It's just something we've had to deal with pretty much ever since we were born, honestly." You even think that in Alicia, at least before this whole, he waved his hand, this whole weird cultist incursion, that, this notion of a city of freedom and enlightenment, you think we get away from all of this and put it behind us, but that's just how it is, I suppose.
You're a fuck racist.
I agree.
Yeah. Do you deal in any instruments?
Lucy giggles, and Bale blushes, and he says, "We don't actually sell instruments, but music is kind of a hobby of mine.
Oh, really? I'm actually a bard.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Maybe you could. Maybe I can play something for you, and I think maybe adding music to your shop might sway people from having such negative thoughts around tieflings.
One could hope. I've only heard of the magical properties of bards, but what do you play?
I want to use my enthralling performance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Seductive fame, man.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, while charmed, the target idol. Okay, interesting. And I have to make a saving throw, huh?
Yeah. So I guess I'll play something for Bale and Lucy.
Okay, what? A wisdom save against your spell save DC. What's your spell save DC?
Spell save? I don't know.
That is on your spells page. I think there's a number in the top somewhere.
Spells. 12.
Okay, I will make a wisdom saving throw for Bale and Lucy. And you can go ahead and tell me what you play.
Huh. What do you guys... what kind of music do you like to listen to?
Do you know any folk music?
Sure. I'll play something from a far place called Ireland. Alright.
Okay, okay, so here's what happens. You play this, and they are enthralled. You may even say magically enthralled. They clap.
Awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed my performance.
That was incredible. And this is Bale, and Bale's like, that's incredible. You know, I flute's actually something Can you teach me?
I can. I don't have another flute though.
No, I mean I have a bunch out in the back, but I mean maybe now's not the best time. Are you free at all? Let me check. Give me a second, Eternal.
I was trying to find it in there, but I didn't see anything. That's why I asked.
Yeah, I know it's in there. I'll have to check it. If you can find a page, because it is in Xanathar's guide. It's crafting magic items.
Crafting magic items.
Yeah, I couldn't find it in the compendium, but I know it's in there if you just Google it. I mean, you can also just find the rules on Google if you search up crafting magic items, Xanathar's guide. So it exists.
Well, we're...
I'm going to
Okay.
tell everybody about this incredible gnome who blessed our ears with her wonderful music.
I just wanted to make you feel better. I saw you were kind of down.
Consider, and he laughs. It's much appreciated. I do feel a lot better.
Right, well, I know my friends here will certainly be back for your magic items.
And we'll be waiting with open arms. Although, again, if I could ask you to maybe convince the other members of your cult or whatever it is you're doing to maybe ease off on the racism. It's not appreciated.
I think there's a lot of things they need to ease off on. We'll handle it.
All right, and maybe I'll get a lesson from you soon.
Sure. I charge by the hour.
We can certainly pay.
All right.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything here?
I think really Steely's just gonna leave and just wave goodbye.
Okay.
I'm following. Wheelie.
Sounds good. We have now exited the Basil Twins Emporium, and
I guess I'll go out too.
we'll give it back to you guys. So, Odin, Eragon, and you were just kind of standing out there, I guess.
Yeah, we're just chilling.
We're looking for the bar. I got me and my friends here. We're just trying to prevent this buzz from dying down.
This is the bar entrance, right?
Yep, bar's right here. There's a big old sign that says "Hey, the Haystack."
Okay. Really Steely's gonna open it.
Okay.
Wait, I want to go to the bar. Bar.
Wait, where's the bar?
Right here. If you zoom out, you can see I'm pinging it. We're all pinging it like crazy.
Okay. Ooh, whoa, it's so crowded in here.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's very crowded.
Mosh
So,
pit.
a couple of things. If you were in the previous bar, this one looks much more high end. There's already a group of people that are all wearing those robes, and they're getting wasted in the corner table. And standing behind the bar is yet another tiefling. This one with bluer skin, and he's definitely on the older end. His hair is mostly gray. He's got a nice trimmed beard thing going on, and he's sort of frantically moving around some dishes and cups, and he's kind of timidly like yelling like, "Could you please don't drop that, please don't." Okay. And he sort of sighs. And he he like steals a glance at a mop and a bucket, and he's like, "It's just gonna get dirty again. Like, there's no point." So you're here, Dwarf Pog. You actually feel like this guy's face is a little familiar, and you open the locket you found from that bandit ambush earlier, and you feel pretty certain that this is the male tiefling in that picture. Although, of course, much older.
Can I go south?
You absolutely can.
I'm gonna go take a walk south.
Okay. While he is exploring, the rest of you are in this bar. What do you do? It's very crowded. I'll just stick these guys here.
What time of day is it?
It is, I will say, like around mid-afternoon right now. Although it's hard to tell with the barrier over the entire city.
I'm going to start drinking.
Okay. Are you ordering something?
Yeah, let's talk to the barkeep. Hey Ben, what do you got? Me and my friends are thirsty. We came from the piggy hole.
And he timidly says, "Hello, welcome to the Haystack. And he gives you the rundown. So there's a wide range of alcohol. There's a lot of high-end stuff. There's also a lot of just like stuff that's just there to get you drunk.
I'll have whatever those guys at the other table are having.
Right away. And he turns around and he begins quite expertly, actually, pulling out some bottles and just mixing some stuff together. And he does it very quickly, actually. and he hands you a mug, where inside, it's quite deceptive. You would think that it is a beer, but when you smell it, it's actually got some interesting notes of, I guess, the fantasy equivalent of vanilla, orange, and maybe a hint of some nuttiness in there. And you take a sip, and it goes down very smoothly. And from the feeling, it is quite potent, but it does not like burn going down. It's a very expertly made cocktail.
Wait, I want one too.
That is some good stuff.
He quickly whips one up for you, Eragon, and it's weird because you see this timid barkeeper. He's like super in his element when he's doing his thing, and he seemed to have gotten confident enough to do some of those, those cool like mixing tricks where he's like flipping over bottles, doing things in the air. It's quite a spectacle, and he slides one over to you, Eragon.
So
I wink at him. Thank you.
You're well. I'm just gonna go back.
Are those plates made of steel?
What are these? No, they're just clay.
He doesn't care. He's just gonna take them and wash them.
Please don't hop over the bar. Okay, that's fine.
He just starts washing them.
That's appreciated, I guess.
I like to call him over to me.
Okay. He walks on over.
I'm gonna say, hey man, where'd you learn those neat bar tricks?
Oh, something Pa gave me a long time ago. Yeah, as he gets closer, yeah, this guy is... If you could translate Tiefling age to human age, you would say that he's like in his 60s. His build is a bit more lanky. I wouldn't say scrawny, but he's definitely on the skinnier end. My old man used to run a pretty successful bar back in our hometown, and when I was of age, I thought it was a pretty cool thing, so I spent a lot of time there, explored a lot, ended up settling down here, and starting out my own little thing.
I notice Willie behind the bar, and I notice the tiefling, and I remember that Ciego told us to talk to him. So I'm gonna.
That is correct.
I'm gonna whisper in my stone of far speech that Willie still has. I'm gonna say like, Willie, talk to the tiefling. Say Ciego sent you.
But I'm cleaning steel plates.
Dude, you have a mission. It will award.
Yeah, but these steel plates are dirty. I'm washing them.
So I found a olive garden.
Yeah, let's go down to Dwarf Pog for a second. Dwarf Pog, you walk in to the door, and there's a carpet that says Olive Garden. Yeah. And I'm not gonna belabor the points. It looks like an Olive Garden, although maybe Dwarf Pog doesn't know what that is. And sort of flying at the counter is an imp who is very smartly dressed. And and he's just sort of flapping his wings up and down, and this is the part where I would do an impy voice, but I think I don't want to do that because I'm going to hurt myself. And he says, welcome to Olive Garden. How many?
One.
Table for one?
No, I'm not here for a table. Goodbye.
Okay, have a good day, sir. Please come again.
Pretty sure imps are trouble.
And you hear very muffled, that's a pretty racist thing to assume.
Fine, I'll go back in. I'll take care of one table. I'll give you a
Welcome
chance.
back to Olive Garden, sir. All right, yeah, and he leads you to the lower end. And there's a couple table there. There's a window seat, which would be very picturesque if not for the fog that was outside.
Right, I'll take a seat.
All right, and he hands you a menu, which is just an
goddamn.
Olive Garden menu. It's a fantasy Olive Garden menu.
Do they have Olive Garden in Canada?
No, we have real Italian restaurants. No, we don't have Olive Gardens, but I mean, I'm gonna look at the menu and I'm gonna put it on the table and be like, "This is not interesting. Goodbye."
Did you not find something to your liking? Oh, okay, sir. That's kind of a rude thing to do, to walk into. Okay, well, goodbye.
Okay, I'm gonna come back in again. No.
This is a very confusing interaction.
No, I just know dwarves don't like. I'm pretty sure they don't like that kind of food.
You just see this like old dwarf person doing 360s,
No.
just like in and out of the door.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. Yeah. So I'm giving up on the restaurant. I'm gonna go in the other place across.
Okay.
Seems better to me.
Yeah. You walk in and you see a dark-skinned, middle-aged human woman doing some paperwork behind the countertop, and you look around, and there's a lot of sort of, I guess for lack of a better word, holy articles, and you kind of garner that this is like sort of a cemetery, and this is the Gravekeeper's office. And she's very engrossed in her paperwork. And you're still wearing cultist robes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and she notices you, and she says, I thought we told you to not come back in here.
Why?
Excuse me? We had an agreement.
I have big memory
You are
loss
not
issue.
allowed to desecrate the graves of the dead. Now please get out.
Can I take a walk and then leave?
No, you absolutely may not.
Damn, that's racist. I'm out.
We're not the ones that are robbing graves here, she yells as you leave.
Alright, I'm gonna go back to my companions and tell them that this place is shit and there's nothing nothing there.
Would you ever even went to the bar?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to the bar because I was disappointed by the people I found down south. So I'll go back to my friends.
Turns out that wearing cultist's wardrobe is not gonna get you.
Oh man, that would be such a good place to catch a fireball. Odin, do you have a drink?
I do.
Is it one of those special sauce drinks?
It is.
Take a sip. Let's gamble with my life.
I'll trade you one for 50 gold.
What?
Let me get some music up in here. Tavern music. Here we go. Alright, yeah, we'll do this.
Oh man, 50 gold. How about 25?
Hildwarf, as a dwarf, I know that you know the value of these alcoholic beverages.
I'll add in the other 25 because I am very curious to see what's going to happen.
I will take their gold and give Dwarf Pog one of my bottles of special sauce.
Okay.
So I just drink and roll a D100?
You just drink and roll a D100. I guess we're doing this.
Let's see what happens. There we go.
Alright, a 49. Okay. Give me some flavor, Dwarf Pog. Let me know how you drink this beverage. By the way, it's very strong. And it's this sort of fuming, bubbling pink liquid. Yeah. How do you drink it?
I'm just taking like small sip, like a fancy Hildorf.
Okay, but you're like doing the entire thing just very, very slowly?
Yeah, like.
With your pinky out.
Yeah, get some ASMR here. I need more slurping sounds, please.
That's all you're gonna get.
Okay.
Do the crab claws again.
I don't even remember how I did the crab.
Wait, where's Crab belong?
He's there in spirit because there's way too many people in this tavern. Hold on, I can get him in here. There
It's
you
probably
go.
best we don't bring Crabulon here, though.
Okay. You drink the entire thing, and you feel very satisfied.
That's awesome.
Is that it?
And then what happens?
You say it. Yeah. I mean, right now nothing's happening.
Oh, it's a delayed
See?
fireball.
I told you it was really good stuff, though. Satisfying, right?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the explosion.
Okay. As you say, yeah, I'm waiting for the explosion. Those words actually don't come out, and instead, pink bubbles do. Everybody else, you don't hear words come from his mouth. You just see these pink bubbles come out of his mouth.
Well, that's a neat trick.
I want to pop a bubble.
Odin, the fuck you gave him?
Wasn't me.
I'm gonna just say a lot of things, even though nothing comes out, and see how many bubbles I can do.
Every time you try to say something, it's just pink bubbles. It's like an onslaught of pink bubbles, and they're very pretty.
Oh,
now it's a party.
Yeah, I could go back down with the lady that didn't want to let me in for the graveyard and just bubble where we're.
Does popping the bubbles do anything?
Bubble blast!
You pop the bubbles, and they pop, and they make a satisfying sound.
Oh. Damn, I'm thinking. Well, I can't do anything with my teammates, because every time I try to explain to them something, it just fucking bubbles. So, I guess all I'm gonna do is open my mouth, and then leave. Like, I can't say shit, right?
Yeah.
Can I make sign language?
Yeah, invent some quick fantasy sign language, please.
Okay, I'm gonna look at Ganondorf, and I'll make like the sign that you make with your hands, where you're like telling someone to come over and follow you. You know, with like your, you know.
Ganondorf, can you roll?
Yeah, see if you
can you roll intelligence?
I didn't pick the right person, I guess.
Or is this a skill for this? I think it's just intelligence.
I don't think there's bubble magic anywhere.
Well, this is in terms of like, can you understand what you're trying to say?
That's intimidation.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Intimidation? What?
You're gonna intimidate the bubbles?
Yeah, gonna intimidate the bubble.
Growl like a baby cat.
Alright, I'm gonna leave without him because he doesn't understand sign language.
Pretty much.
I'm gonna.
Did you say?
Quickly,
Sorry. Did you say investigation?
Intelligence, just intelligence.
Oh, just flat intelligence.
Yeah, just flat
I way
intelligence.
misheard you.
Oof.
Okay, he's making the universal sign of come over.
Oh, perfect.
I'll just
Does it work?
look past everyone and say, "Where's he going?"
Okay.
Alright, I'm
you
gonna.
see Dwarf Pog run out.
Yep, I'm gonna zoom across while like holding my breath. And then I'm gonna come back to this house with the person, and then I'm just gonna run around the house while blowing
I thought
bubbles.
I told you to leave. Excuse me, sir.
I'm just
Sir,
blowing
please.
bubbles. Bop, 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 bop.
Okay, you're just like, I guess you're screaming, for about like 30 seconds, and then you start screaming for real, and the bubbles stop. And the lady, she picks up a broom and she starts whacking you. She's like, get out, leave. You're not welcome here.
I'm dead.
She's just hitting you with a broom, man. Can she beat you AC? Oh no, but she's going at it. Yo, look at all these rolls. Yeah.
All right.
Just whack it. Leave. And she slams the door, and then she locks it.
God damn it. Well, I tried. I'm gonna go back to my friends and tell them the great adventure I just got.
Valiant effort, I suppose.
Really just finished the dishes.
Well, there's like a stair path. I'm gonna whisper to my friends that there's like a stair path in this house that I think we should explore. And I thought my bubbles would be a good diversion, but they didn't last long enough. That's what she said. Yeah.
Really Steely is like gonna talk to this bartender. He's like, "Hi.
Hi.
We met Ciego. We're gonna join the rebellion."
Not so. You keep. He's very, and he looks around. Thankfully, it looks like the actual cultists are way too drunk to understand anything that's going on, especially above, all the noise that's already happening.
Where's your secret life?
Can you please, why? And he mutters under his breath, like, Ciego got these people, like. Okay, listen. He very secretly nods his head towards the cultists, and he's like, they need to get out first.
I guess he'll go over to, we'll still go over to Odin, and he's gonna ask him, like, "Hey, Odin."
Yeah.
"I'll buy you 5 drinks if you take all these cultists outside, and you know what?
I'm not gonna even let Wheelie finish. I'm gonna be like, "Hey guys, let's go outside. I got drinks for everyone."
Okay, so the 4 that came with you, they cheer. The 4 that were already here, they look at you like, what the hell is this guy talking about?
Guys, trust me, free drinks, the best drinks.
Odin, I'll give you 8 more drinks.
There are so many drinks to be had, guys. This is gonna be the best time. We're gonna go and graffiti walls. Just come with me. It's gonna be great.
20 drinks.
As Odin's like doing this, I want to slip him my sleeping potion. Be like, nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Okay, hold on. Flinty, make a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
And Odin, you're gonna make. I guess are you lying? I'm not quite sure.
No, I will absolutely give them drinks.
Okay, so then you're just gonna roll persuasion with advantage.
How much is 20 drinks?
If you're just buying like cheap alcohol, it's 1 gold each.
How much is the expensive one?
The expensive ones, the real expensive ones are like 20, but they sort of go up from there. Like there's 10, there's 5.
I apologize. What did you ask me to roll?
You were rolling persuasion with advantage. And Flinty, okay, with a 10. Yeah, you reach into your bag and you pull out this vial with pink, with this swirling, glittering pink liquid, and it almost fumbles out of your hand, but you manage to catch it, and you look around to see if anybody saws that. And it doesn't seem like anybody does, and you sort of just sneak it into Odin's hands. Okay. The 4 at the table, they look at each other and say, what the hell? Let's go.
So we basically just gave Odin like 20 garbage alcoholic drinks.
Okay, Odin, you have 20 units of cheap alcohol.
And a vial of sleeping potion.
And a sleeping potion, yes.
Did anyone tell him not to use it on himself?
No. Just gonna hope that he gets the hint.
Alright. And then, now that I'm out here, I am going to actually say, hey guys, I have a great game that we can play. It's one from back home. And then I'm going to take the sleeping potion, and I'm gonna dump it in my tankard, along with the mead that I have with the cheap alcohol, and then I'm gonna tell them to pass it around, and then I'm gonna hand it to them down the line.
Okay. One of them ask you what was that? What did you just put in there? What was that?
That was just pure alcohol. It's to strengthen the potency.
But it was pink.
You've never seen pink alcohol?
You ever seen a pinkity drinkity?
Odin, roll deception.
Cosmopolitan.
Yeah, I think one of them says, I think I'll have my drinks unmixed, if that's okay with you. And the rest of them sort of nod, although a couple of them are pretty drunk. And actually, you know what, we'll say, one of them actually grabs it out of your hand, and chugs down half of it, and he gives it to, these are like the two most drunk ones. And she passes it to her buddy, who also drinks the other half, and they just kind of toss the tankard, and they burp loudly, and then they laugh.
And then I'm going to take my tankard and I'm gonna put it, and I'm gonna fill it back up with mead, and then I'm gonna take a drink, and then I'm gonna pass it to the next guy, the not so drunk guys.
All right, and you're just kind of out here drinking. While this is happening, two of them get very sleepy. And you're just kind of going around. You're just kind of standing outside the tavern, which is kind of weird. But you're just like going around. Let me see. Is there a sleep? All right, I'll just use blue for night.
Hey, Josie.
Yeah, what's up?
Does he need to do a Constitution saving throw to see if he's drunk?
Oh, you're correct. Yeah, I guess it's, yeah. Okay, Odin, you're gonna have to roll Constitution again.
Yeah, let's do it. Set as a saving throw.
Yeah.
Yep.
It says the DC is determined by the GM. On a success, you do not need to. Oh, you're not an alcoholic yet. Sorry, wait.
Yeah. That's for something else. That's pretty much only for. I'm looking for any inebriation.
Oh yeah, DC.
All right. Yeah. No, you're drinking. You're fine. You are very constituted.
Man, it looks like these other two can't hold their liquor though.
Nah, they're asleep. They're just lying in the middle of the road.
And then I'm gonna coerce these other semi-drunk people to draw phallic items on their head.
Roll persuasion. What the?
Oh my goodness.
All right. I guess literally all 6 of them. They draw penises on their heads. I guess that's what we're doing.
Penis party.
What do we do now?
I don't like the sound of that.
I think in the meantime, Steely is gonna ask the bartenders, like, okay, they're outside now.
Okay, they're like outside, but they're like just outside. Like, what if they come back in and they see you guys missing?
You can close early, can't you?
I guess I could. Just.
I did give them 20 drinks.
That's fair. And Amon steps around the bar and doesn't jump over it like an animal, like you have been doing, Wheelie. And he walks out front and he walks outside and he sees a bunch of very drunk people who don't seem like they are capable of thought, and he very gingerly flips the sign on the front of the tavern door from open to closed, and he walks back in. Okay. I guess that's that. Where did Dwarf Pog go?
I think he's right. I think he's straight up behind Galadriel.
Yeah, I'm in the tavern.
Oh, there you are. Okay. Yeah, Dwarf Pog, did you want to do anything with that pendant you found?
What? I found a pendant?
Yeah, remember back at the when you were ambushed by the bandits, you found like a locket with
it
a
says
picture.
Locket of Child picture.
Yes. In the locket was a picture of a adult male tiefling, with a female elf and a child, and his face looks extremely similar to the adult tiefling that was in there.
Wow, looks like I have an opportunity for a lot of role play, so I'm gonna leave. No, I'm gonna show him the locket and say, "Does that ring a bell?"
Oh shit! You found that?
No, I'm gonna say it came to me in a moment of great need.
I lost this so many years ago. Listen. Could I? Okay. He reaches. He takes out a key and he unlocks a compartment in the bar, and you hear more clicking and a lot of unlocking and stuff. And after what seems like an eternity of waiting, he comes back out, and there's this. He pulls out a purple package. It's like a sort of silk purple bag, and he opens it, and inside is a very small wooden box. And he says, this is... Okay, I'm just not gonna belabor the point. I'm too much of a coward to use this. And he turns it over, and you can see in plain text on the front of the box, it says Deck of Many Things. And he says, that locket that you have is really important to me. Like, I don't have a lot of money right now, considering I've kind of just been forced to serve alcohol for free. But and he nods at you, Willie. He's like, "Thank you for paying, by the way." But could I maybe convince you for a trade here?
I don't really know what these cards do, but I'm gonna look into it.
Okay, yeah. The Deck of Many Things is, I believe that's part of the SRD or something. But for lack of a better word, because if you don't want to look it up, more power to you. But it is incredibly powerful, both in the good sense and the bad sense.
Okay, I searched for it. So it's basically a deck of cards that has multiple effects. It contains a non-set amount of cards, and when I draw one, I have to declare that I draw a card, and then something is going to happen. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's amazing, sometimes it's actually terrible. It's basically like Odin's booze, basically.
Are these like
some of it is a lot worse.
What's up, Jarius?
Are they like homebrewed cards or something like that?
These are not homebrewed cards, no.
No, they're literally like, I mean, am I allowed to give examples or?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
So there's one that literally says, permanently reduce your intelligence by 1d4 plus 1 to a minimum of 1. So like if I draw that card, that's what happens. Yeah.
Hey Josie.
What's up?
Is this a 13 card deck or a 22 card deck?
Yeah.
You do not know.
Alright. There's nothing I'm going to do with this child locket anyway, so I'll make the trade and then we'll figure out what to do with the cards afterward.
Thank you so much. And he kind of like pushes away the Deck of Many Things as if he were scared of it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so you now have a Deck of Many Things. You can inspect it if you want, and what I'll say is that you're allowed to look at it, but if you want to like cause and effect, you'd have to declare, I am drawing,
Yeah.
X amount of cards. But you can look at the deck.
Yeah, I can check what the effects are, but then I cannot. Yeah, I gotcha. If I say I'm gonna take a card out, then it is what it is.
Right, exactly. And you don't know what card you're gonna draw from it.
Yeah, for sure. All I can know is which card it contains. Can I also give the deck to someone to draw a card?
Yes, you can. It is not. Whoever draws it is the trigger for the effect.
Okay, so I can shuffle the cards and make someone else draw. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. And I have a little thing here for that actually. Let me see if this works. Yeah. So see in the bottom right.
I believe so. Yeah.
It should. If I do this, it should pop up. There we go. So that's an example, right? And I can just recall it back.
Gotcha. Can I inspect the deck to see what kind of cards we ended up with? Some of them might be useful. Some of them might not be. Who knows?
Yeah. So, how does that work here?
Oh, I guess I'm just wondering what the deck contains.
Yeah, I'm just wondering. I'm trying to see if you can actually. Can you ruffle through the card? I haven't played with this too much. I just set up to draw things.
It's tricky. I mean, it's your rules, but technically, if I shuffle through the cards, it's not really legal because
Well, it's magical in the sense that even if you try to force a shuffle, you're not going to be able to guarantee one card. But I'll let you look at it. I just don't know if there's a way for you to look at what cards are in there. But I'll just say I think I removed the XP related ones because I'm not doing an XP system. I'm doing a milestone level up system, and I think there was one other card I removed but I forgot what it was. I can send you a screenshot of all the cards in there, and you can look at the list later.
Sure. Yeah.
But yeah, there's 19 cards in there, so I think I took out 3.
I think you relevant. I think you removed change alignment or something like that.
Oh, I think you're right. Yeah, I think I removed the one where you lose XP. I removed the one where you gain XP, and I removed the one where it changes your alignment to the opposite because that one is just. I don't want to mess with your character alignments because that's too much.
Okay.
Everything else is in there though.
Okay. Well, as long as you send me the list, I'll look into it and I'll try to find some good times to draw some cards and see what happens.
Okay.
See what kind of disaster we get. Some of it is pretty bad.
Yeah, some of it is real bad.
Yep.
But some of it's real good. So. Okay. So Amon, he's back in the bar and he says, "Are you guys really here for the resistance?"
Yeah.
Okay, and he looks around really quickly. He goes around and double checks that all the shutters are closed. He seems a little bit neurotic. And he goes over to the corner and he moves aside some boxes and some just like random junk that was covering up a trapdoor. And he opens it up and he starts climbing down and he motions for you to follow him.
Who's gonna follow him?
Okay. Who else is following Amon? Amon is the name of the barkeep, by the way.
Man, I want to pick a card. Just see what happens.
Galadriel is following.
Boy.
I'll follow too.
What?
Come on, Crebulon.
What's Crebulon doing?
You can't tell me what to do. And Macy's like, we'll go.
Hey Josie.
Okay.
Can you spell the barkeep's name?
Ammon. Oh, I can show it to you.
Thank you.
Hello.
There you go. Okay. So that's everybody except Odin. So I'll put him in there though so he can see what's going on. Or Odin, do you want to stay out?
I will stay out here with my posse of people.
Okay, then let me get that set up real quick. Everybody except for Odin should see a black screen right now. Please let me know if that is not the case.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Great. And I needed to copy and paste basically everybody here.
Did you hear that?
Okay, and you climb down a ladder and you enter the cellar of the haystack. I don't know how many of you are stacked on top of each other. There we go. Okay. And he closes the trapdoor very gingerly. And so in here is very much, it's just like a cellar. You can smell some alcohol from the bunch of kegs, and you see a bunch of bottles and cups and mugs and shelves. And he breathes in a big sigh, and he says, well, ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce you to the Resistance? And he pushes open the doors.
Alright. That's pretty good. Can I draw a card now?
Yeah, if you want to. I'm not gonna stop you.
Oh, goddamn.
Do you want to draw a card?
I just have a bad feeling about this. But I feel like it's now or never, you know?
So let me just... Oh, wow. I forgot Ciego should be here. Excuse me. He should be here. I'm sorry. There we go. Okay. Boop. He just teleports out from thin air.
Oh, Crobulon still. Good stuff.
Yeah. Okay. And you guys walk in, and you see a lot of things. There is currently a sort of like fight/duel that's going on in the middle. Oh, wow, that's the same token as Macy. Let's get that out of there. You see a fight going on, and they're just kind of rolling around and swinging.
That girl just disappeared.
They're just swinging. They're just swinging around dull weapons, stabs and all that. They're doing a bunch of acrobatics and dodging. And Ciego's talking with a masked figure, and this figure is wearing. How do I describe this? Like, it's like a mix between a jumps. I guess he's like wearing like a not a jumpsuit. Like, think of a like a fireproof suit, and a cloak above it and stuff like that. And he's got this big old wizard hat. Where's my Foley work? Give me a second. And you can hear them arguing a bit. The mask guy saying like, are you stupid? What were you trying to do? And Ciego's like, listen, I was careless. All right, it won't happen again. I'm sorry. And the mask figure says, it better not happen again. And he sort of walks away, crosses his arm, and if you could see through his gas mask, you would imagine he looks a little bit pissed. A little bit pissed at Ciego.
Can't see guided.
Guided can't see. Oh. Yeah. Amon walks on out. And Ciego's like, and he sees you guys, and he's like, oh, you finally made it. I have to pretend to be Australian because I wasn't unable to do that yesterday. But yeah, here's your formal welcome to the Resistance. We don't really have a onboarding party or anything like that, but I guess you can't really do that given the times we're in. But yeah, thanks for coming. Listen, you guys are going to be such a big help. We cannot even express how helpful you guys are going to be.
We do have an extra person, but he's currently just outside with other cultists drinking.
Oh! Well, that's nice. I'm glad he's able to have some fun times despite the whole, cultists taking over the city and killing people thing, but alright. That's cool.
We have a pet crab.
And he's like, Crebulon! You came! And Crebulon does, in not a scary voice, because I can't. Not for you, fool. I came only because of Macy. And Ciego shrugs. She's like, more the merrier. Crebulon does have 43 HP.
Wow.
Thank you, boy.
He's got a big
So,
exoskeleton.
do you have any wheels and steels?
Oh, you want wheels and steels, huh? I had some intel talking about this strange orc that was walking around asking for wheels and steels. Yeah, you're gonna want to head on over, and he points towards the south. where you can hear the clanking of metal, and you see a forge that is currently, it's lit, it's brimming. Sorry if you hear stuff in the background, by the way. There's a pretty nasty thunderstorm happening where I'm at. Yeah, if wheels and steels are, well, I won't say we have much in the way of wheels, but our smithy does a pretty good job of the steel components of your inquiry.
I see. And Wheelsy is gonna look around. He actually is gonna look at this person in particular.
Yeah. So Wheelie, something about this person strikes something very deep in you, and you can't quite put your finger on it, but then you have flashbacks, and you see yourself, but I guess a younger version of yourself, a child version of yourself, through the child Wheelie's eyes. And it's very chaotic. It's very scary. You see yourself being bagged, and you sort of feel your feet thump against the ground as you're being dragged away somewhere. And then you hear fighting, you hear commotion, and you're dropped, and you hear screaming, and you hear the sounds of violence. And you're lying in this bag, and then suddenly a burst of light bursts through the opening. And you, in your bound state, you look out and you see a man, wearing cultist robes, but also wearing a gas mask. And then the flashback ends.
So he's gonna keep walking towards them. If you guys want to do anything, that's your time.
I'd like to talk to Ciego and ask him, so what's the plan now that we're all here?
Yep, I am doing some stuff. I don't know why this wasn't saved.
Oh, you better give him. You need to give Ciego a name.
You should be able to see the name now.
I'm gonna walk around and explore.
Okay.
Alright, is it time?
Are you drawing?
Oh my god.
I feel like if I don't do it now, I'll never do it. Right? I'll just grow more and more scared of what could happen.
Okay, if you want to draw, then we should resolve that first.
Well, yeah.
How many cards are you drawing?
Wait, I can draw more than one?
You declare how many, and you must draw that many.
So, from what I checked, there's no way that drawing a card will make the deck disappear. So, technically, I could deal with the consequences of my first draw, and then draw another one an hour later. That's what the rule says.
That is true, although
correct?
there is one card that says that you are transported to an extra dimensional sphere where you are imprisoned and all your belongings drop to the floor from where you are.
Yeah.
So, just,
Yeah. But I figured people could probably pick up my stuff, so it's fine.
Okay. How many cards are you drawing?
I'll just draw one card, I think.
Alright, let me shuffle this deck, and let's draw.
Actually, two cards might be better.
Make a decision.
Yeah, I'll draw two cards and finger cross.
Okay, you are drawing two cards. Here we go.
Yeah. Let me search what happens to me. Like, give me the results.
Oh,
okay,
boy. Alright, you see Ruin and Sun. Okay.
Yeah, let me find out what they do. I know Ruin is probably not good. Ruin's not good. And then what does the Sun do?
That sun looks angry.
Okay, so Platypus, this is what happens first. Oh, I should have had music for this. Not all your stuff. So Ruin. All forms of wealth that you carry or own, other than magic items, are lost to you. Now, this is not necessarily belongings, but all forms of wealth. Yeah. So if you had any land or businesses, all that vanishes. All of your gold gold that you had on you is gone.
Yeah, that's gone. Sure. I think I read that one.
So you basically lost everything in Greenjorn.
Oh, all forms of wealth. I'm not sure you lose like a holy symbol. I don't know. Maybe.
No, again, magic items are not lost. I will not say that like your armor, because that's not forms of wealth. That's like your clothing, right? But this is like, I think honestly, on the grand scheme of things, drawing this early in the campaign is probably one of the better negative effects to draw, because now it's permanently removed from the deck.
Yeah, and the sun. Let me find out what happened to me. Wait. So the sun says, roll for a medium wondrous item until a useful item is indicated. That's confusing to me.
I'm going off of the Roll20 version. So the sun is, for phase 1, you gain 50,000 XP, which we're not doing. For phase 2, you gain a random wondrous item, which I must determine randomly, which I did not prepare for tonight because I did not expect that you would do this.
Fine, you can do it tomorrow. Or like during
I will need to write down that you get a random wondrous item.
Sure.
So I will have that ready for I'll text you or something. But let me write
during the week.
down.
Yeah, that's fine. And I can all draw for an hour, so I'm done with the deck for now.
All things considered, that's pretty good for like 2 rolls.
Do you know how much gold I lost?
Well, you took the risk anyways.
God damn. Willie Steely knows nothing of the value of gold, Mr. Wheels and Steel.
Well, you're the one who lost those gold.
That was a lot of money, man. I should have given it to Koi before. My bad.
Yeah, you guys see Dwarf Pog draw from this deck, and he draws 1, and the card says Ruin. It burns up and disappears, and you swear you can hear the jingling in his bags disappear. And he draws a second card, and flavor to be added later, but just imagine that something materializes in his hands. Okay.
Maybe the gold was like the payment for whatever item you got.
I think no. I think if I had just drawn the sun, I would have been better off.
You did draw 2 cards.
Yeah, well, the bad news is now that I find a wondrous item, if I draw the card that removes all magical items, I'm kind of fucked. Alright. That would have been better to draw the other negative one. Nah, whatever.
Well, I mean, you can always give your items to someone else.
Some of those effects are terrible, though. I'm not even sure I'm gonna pull them anymore. One of them is like, one of your ally becomes your mortal enemy, and then another one says, a nemesis appears, like in front of you, and if he kills you, you're dead, and if you kill him, you get nothing. It's like, good stuff.
Some of them are pretty bad, man.
Yep.
There's one where you get, I think, like 1d3 wish spells, which is literally, the wish spell is literally, you ask the DM, and they have to grant you the wish, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, sure. Well, anyway, I'm done with my deck for now. I can't
Alright.
pull the cards, so...
I know Ganondorf is talking to Ciego and asking him, like, what's the plan? Is anybody else doing anything?
I'm crying over my gold. That's what I'm doing.
Okay, I guess you're all just standing around twiddling your thumbs.
Give me 1 second.
Okay.
So I want to know what the plan is. Like, what resistance? Like, what are you guys doing?
All right, listen up. Here's the plan, and you ready? It's beautiful because it's so simple. And he pulls up a map of Elysia, which you saw earlier, and it's sort of it's not bisected, it's trisected. And he points to each district and he says, now I'm sure you noticed the barrier when you came in, but basically, in each district, there is a general of Amil's army, and they each hold either, pendant, a gem, whatever. They hold a gem that basically powers this barrier.
Who's Armil?
Oh, I guess you wouldn't know who Armil is because you weren't there. No. So I kind of forget you guys weren't here, but Amil. I need to get into my accent. almost basically, well, he was the king after Lethariel died. And pretty much, literally one day, he decided that he's evil now. Honestly, I have no idea what happened. But one day, we saw this barrier come up. We couldn't leave. Nobody could get in. And next thing we knew, Elysia was swarmed with cultists. But I figured nothing new. As they say in the, we all know our history. People in Elysia have thrown a rebellion before, and they were successful, so I figured, I could probably do the same. Not without any credentials, of course. I used to be part of the Royal Guard. Right. But anyways, in each district, there is a general that carries a gem that powers this barrier. And pretty much, we're just gonna take these districts one by one, and we're gonna take these gems, we're gonna smash them to pieces, and then after all that's said and done, we are going to storm the castle, gonna call in reinforcements from beyond, and take back our city. And he takes a bow. And that's my very simple, very eloquent plan. Now, of course, there is just one small thing, and he motions around, and we're a sizable crew, sure, but we're definitely not strong enough to take on, literally hundreds of cultists. And I think before we start, we do need one more thing. And he points to the industrial sector, and he says, last I heard, the captain of the guard, Dama, he and his crew are holed up there in the bank in the industrial sector. They were pretty much forced there after Armil kind of went all crazy in the head. Now, and he sort of smirks and chuckles. He's like, Dama kind of hates me, and to be honest, I'm not on the best terms with him either. We have our differences, but you know how these things go. So, other than the whole cultist thing and making it hard to find him in the first place, I really don't think he's gonna listen to me. But if you could get him and all the gods that were displaced, we could definitely use that manpower and basically just lock down an entire district. And it'll pave the way for us and for you guys to get in there and wreck things up.
So he's a racist.
Well, no, he's not racist per se. And Ciego looks, he looks a little sheepish. He's a good guy, really, he is. It's not a racism thing, it's a personal thing.
Look, I heard that we have to smash some things. I'm interested.
Break up personal? Or...
Roll persuasion. Okay, a 19. Ciego, he has his hand rubbing the back of his neck, and he says, I may have had a thing with his daughter, and it may have ended badly.
Yikes.
Oh, is she dead?
No, she's not dead. She's, well, maybe emotionally she's dead. Probably that on top of the fact that I don't think he liked me as a god in the first place. Well, I left because they were a bunch of stuck-up curmudgeons.
So where do we need to go to get to the industrial district?
Right. and he points to you. So there's a couple ways to do this, and let me upload something to the Discord for you guys. You can either go top side and just, sneak your way through all disguise-like, or, and he pulls out a map of the sewers, and he points to an area sort of on the top end, and he says, we carved out this space, and it leads directly into the sewer system, and, as dirty as those cultists are, I don't think they're willing to go in there and brave the filth that is the sewers, but it's sort of been how we've been getting around. So let me upload that map for you guys.
I mean, sewers sounds fun. The issue is we have a lot of people in this group that are not really tall, and
I'll ride on Bob. It's fine.
Okay. Because I think the sewer debris is gonna be like above your head.
Oh yeah, we haven't introduced Bob.
Will Bob fit through the sewers?
Who's Bob?
Who's Boob?
Oh, I kind of turned some cultists into a flesh golem. So
and the mask guy walks up to you and he's like, "What the hell were you thinking?" And Ciego's like, "That's actually pretty cool." Yeah. So what do you guys want to do next?
I think really Steely just suddenly remembered the master and he was like, "Oh yeah, speaking of which, do you remember me?"
I don't know what this guy's voice is other than me holding a cup over my mouth, but
I literally have no idea who you are.
Remember when you saved like an orc child?
Oh, wait.
My clan gave you a steel weapon as thanks for saving me. Remember? The best steel.
Oh, I think I sold it.
Oh. Really Steely is depressed now.
Rude.
So if I'm reading this map correctly, we can go pretty much northwest out of, or like the northwest side of this room, and get into the sewers.
yes, you get from the northwest side. You go into the sewers, and then if you need any help discerning how the map works, but yeah, I mean that's the sewer system. Those dotted lines sort of connect to other rooms, and then the ladders are where you can exit into the different districts up above.
Alright, I'm going to start heading towards the sewers.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna head towards the sewers.
Okay. And Ciego says, "Oh, before you go," and he tosses you a sack that smells rather foul, and inside's a bunch of rotten meat. And he says, "If you see a big crocodile, just don't freak out. She's kind of feisty, but as long as she's fed, she'll be all right."
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything here?
I think I'm ready for the sewers.
Do I need to get Bob in the sewers?
We also need to get Odin.
I mean, if we leave some drops of booze behind where we go, he can just trail us from anywhere.
Lead the cultists into the house.
No, the cultists don't have the refined nose that Odin had.
I don't know. They are friends with Odin. That would be such a funny scenario.
Let's go get Odin. Where is he?
Odin is where you left him. He's still topside outside of the haystack, drinking with his buddies.
Wow. I guess he was the diversion.
I haven't heard any screaming, so.
Are we all going into the sewers?
Okay, so we don't want them to find.
go?
We don't want them to find this place. So we could give Odin, like, someone could go up, get Odin, and like bring him back while someone else makes a diversion or something like that.
What do I do with Bob?
I don't know. What you do with Bob? Maybe switch Bob with Odin. They're never gonna notice.
What?
What?
Yeah, just like just bring Bob, and Bob's gonna be like, me Bob, and then he's gonna start drinking booze, and then Odin can like slip out, like quickly. If they're drunk enough, they're not gonna notice.
Wait, where is Bob? Is he
Bob,
with
I
Odin?
left him outside. I told him to stay.
Oh, like a dog.
Yeah. But I don't know if he can fit down here.
I don't think he can go into sewers. To
Hey,
be honest.
Ciego, do you have any use for a flesh golem?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. He's probably not gonna fit into the sewers either, but I'm sure having some extra manpower won't hurt. We don't really have a place to keep him, though.
Come on, swap place with Odin. They're never gonna notice.
I wanted to use him in battle. Maybe he can help take on when you're trying to take the king of the economic district.
Well, if I may suggest something, I mean, the sewers are pretty safe except for, maybe the whole giant crocodile sort of thing. But you could just, if I understand your relationship with your child, you could just, because no one's gonna suspect a flesh golem, right? I mean, they're already supposed to be here. You could tell them to give him directions or something. I don't know.
And tell him to meet us at the.
Do you remember the last time, like, what happened when Eternal asked him a complex question?
Right.
Yeah, right. I think if we tell him.
Need directions to industrial district so simple a flesh golem can follow.
Yeah, but he asked him like, how was his day, and he said like, meet Bob or some shit like that. So if you tell him like, go to the district, he's gonna reply like, meet Bob.
If you tell him to follow the path, I'm sure he'll get there.
Does the industrial district smell like something?
Maybe.
Yeah, I guess. I'm surprised y'all are so gung-ho about this without asking for more info, but right now with the industrial district, they ended up finding a lot of a lot of bones buried underneath the construction sites. I'm pretty sure they've been using them to raise up skeletons and that sort of thing. I don't know. Do bones smell like anything?
Ooh, maybe. I mean,
can Bob smell?
The flesh golems retain some of the memories of the people that they absorbed.
If you remember Marcus, I think you're going to have to make a check to see if you can discern that information. So what kind of check? Let's see. I feel like that would just probably be... I guess it's not investigation, because you're not investigating an object. I think that would just be intelligence. So make an intelligence roll to see if you can discern that information. We'll say and I should do this more often, by the way. I should say what number I'm looking for. I think you have to pass an intelligence roll. DC 15.
Can we also take someone with us to the sewers?
Okay, Isarya. I'm pretty sure this happened, but you recall that when Marcus's name was said, you swore you could see some sort of reaction that you figured wasn't just like a mindless being reacting to random noise sort of thing going on. So you garner that they probably have some faint idea of who they are and where they came from. But beyond the very rudimentary stuff, you're not sure beyond that.
Can't I just lead Bob above ground into the industrial district and meet you guys there?
As long as you don't get caught.
Why would I get caught? I'm a cultist.
Make sure you take Odin with you.
Yeah, true, maybe.
Yeah.
I do think that you stand out because of how fancy you are.
What?
You got like whatever that leather jacket was from the...
I got it altered. It's very nice now.
It does have some gold. It does have some gold and stuff, but whatever. As long as you don't get caught, it should be fine.
Yeah.
That said, if we're not gonna have you there, can we at least take someone, Ciego?
I mean, it's just like just a random person, just one of these folks.
Yeah.
Wheelie, why don't you roll persuasion? DC 14. Ooh, wow. Unfortunate. And Ciego walks up to you and he whispers, "I'm gonna be honest, I don't think any of them are really ready for this quite yet."
Okay.
Okay. So you guys are going your separate ways. Flinty's gonna go topside with Odin and Bob to the industrial district. Everybody else is gonna go through the sewers. And as Ciego sort of yells out, "Just remember, your objective is to find Donna and his crew. I repeat, do not try and engage the general over there. He's this big skeletal snake thing. I don't think you want to mess with him right now. At least not until we can get that sector locked down and make sure no one else can come in. Alright?"
To clarify, Crebulon is coming with us.
Let's kill the general.
Eternal, what were you saying?
Crebulon's coming with us?
If you want Crebulon to come with you, you are going to have to make a persuasion. This is going to be DC 17.
Sweet.
No
Nailed
dice.
It. Okay.
Over here to the right, is this like a fountain, or is it like a portal, or?
That is a well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's just a well. Crebulon says that he does not take instructions from mortals. I appreciate the try, Eragon, but I guess just to clarify, with the way things work here, you must first state your intent before rolling.
Okay.
For the suspense. So that roll, unfortunately, does not do anything.
Can I try persuading him too, then?
Okay, you can roll persuasion, Eragon. And unfortunately, the DC was 17, so you are unsuccessful.
No!
Crebulon, we could totally use a crab like you.
Is everyone trying to persuade this crab?
I can persuade this guy.
I'm ready for the sewers.
Bam, let's go.
Like 4 of us are ready.
Because you insist so much, I will go. So the way Crebulon works, and we're gonna take a break, but the way Crebulon works is that basically Macy carries him, and he just sort of like, Macy is a proxy for Crebulon, pretty much. He can cast spells, but he's a crab and he moves very slowly. So he sort of just like channels his being through Macy. But for the time being, I'll just be using Crebulon's token because that's effectively what it is. But just imagine that Macy's carrying him the entire time.
But if we're in the sewers, is he gonna have an advantage? Because it's like water, like shallow water.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure crabs need salt water.
He's not a sewer crab, like.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll hop back in and execute the plans.
Sure.
Be right back.
Just holler if you're back.
Hi.
Back.
I'm back.
Okay, so I think it's just Odin and Platypus. Yeah, Ganondorf. So Crebulon is, for all intents and purposes, a warlock. He permanently has mage armor, which is one of the features of his class, and he has some other neat stuff that he can do. So
I'm good with that. I was just looking up Crab in the compendium while we were waiting, so I wanted to see like how closely he kind of aligns with either one of them. But they're both marked as being able to breathe air and water.
yeah, I mean crabs can do that.
Right. So I guess it kind of answered.
Would he like instantly die in the water? It's not his natural environment.
I mean, if this were the real world, yes, but I don't think as DM I'm gonna pay attention to if it's salt water or fresh water or what. Like, that just seems like a bit much. I also don't. Aren't there saltwater and freshwater crabs?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah, to my knowledge, yeah.
Plus, he's a magic crab. So.
True, he might have like some magical protection, you know, or that gives him salt, like a salt generator. Right?
Here's the thing I don't get.
Oh no, not again.
Oh, Platypus is back.
If I draw the wish card, I could potentially wish to have the bad cards removed from the deck, correct? Or no?
I mean, the thing is, the wish is up to the DM's discretion, but like.
Okay. So I would have to roll
I
persuasion for you.
And well, a lot of this is played by ear.
Yeah, that's for sure. Those
Because it's
spells
also
are
like
really weird.
I could be like the monkey's paw thing where it's like, oh, what's your definition of bad?
Yeah,
You know,
cool.
like so. The wish spell. I mean, again, the wish spell in general. 99% of groups never even get access to the wish spell because it's 9th level, which you only get at level 20, right?
Yeah.
So it's not. From my understanding, oh hey Challenger. 5th edition, it's not intended for you to get to level 20 like ever, because like everything just breaks at level 20, and so like literally speaking, the wish spell, you literally get what you want. Like if you wanted, I want to kill the big bad evil guy, like yeah, like technically you could wish for that and it would happen, and then it's like, all right, campaign's over, good job guys, you know, pack your stuff, go home and leave.
Yeah.
I don't at the moment have any rules for the wish spell because I think I'd have to come up with literally thousands. It's gonna be very much play by ear if that ever happens. If you decide to be brave and draw more cards from the deck of many things.
Yeah, I've only seen him once. I was like, wait, is everybody back? Are we going? Or are we
I
waiting?
think just Odin.
I am here.
Oh,
Oh,
Odin's
there we go.
back. All right. Let's see. How are we gonna split up the divvy? So is everybody? So we have like everybody except for Flinty that's going through the sewers.
I do want
And
to talk
Odin,
to
right? Because I'm grabbing Odin and we're gonna go.
Right, you're grabbing Odin.
I do want to talk to this random person. Since he
Oh,
is
okay.
to my backstory.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
So Wheelie Steely is like, so what's your name? Because I want to thank you for what happened.
That's none of your business.
And then Ciego walks up and is like, don't mind him. He's kind of a jerk. His name's Soil. He's basically, yeah, I know, like the dirt. It's weird. But, he's kind of like our inside informant, you know. Says he was part of the cult. Turns out a lot of the information he provides have been very, very accurate. So, I don't know what his deal is. I don't know why he's here. I don't know why he decided to turn around and basically sell out, you know, all these people. But I'm not one to say no. Tell you, it's definitely helped us a ton.
Huh. Hey Soil, you want to take the time to catch up?
Roll persuasion. DC 17.
I I think also during this time, Wheelie Steely just forcibly takes soil with him anyways.
You grab him? Okay, roll strength, and I'm gonna roll strength.
Why do we have to bring every single fucking person we meet along the way?
I want
Why can't we just meet people and leave them behind and like
I
move
want
on?
to outnumber Goma.
Guess what? Soil rolled a natural 20. He says no and don't touch me.
That's fair. I'm gonna go grab Wheelie Steely so he finally comes to the sewers and pursue the adventure. I'm gonna roll strength.
Yeah, you roll strength.
Hopefully it's gonna fucking work. Yikes.
Really, if you want to resist Pog's pull.
Oh fuck.
He's going to carry Pog.
Yeah, he just carries you, lifts you up,
The crossbow,
swallows you like a baby.
Pog is pretty heavy though.
Well, I rolled an 18.
Yeah, you're probably good.
Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. Okay, Flinty goes back up the ladder with Ammon. So I will stick you there. You should be able to see the economic sector, although I think your token's not there. Oh, it is. Okay.
Yep. I just see the bar though. Okay.
Okay, there we go. Yep. You can see that. You can exit the bar though. Yeah, and then I gotta manage some tokens on my end. Okay, so let's go up there and start with Flinty and Odin, and let's resolve this, and then we'll move on to the sewers. So Flinty, you climb up the ladder, with Ammon behind you, and after you exit, he gingerly closes the trapdoor and he starts moving back all the stuff that was covering it before. And he sees the mess that was made, and he gives a big sigh, and he starts cleaning everything that was sort of left behind by the crowd. And he says, before you go, man, I just want to wish you luck, and thank you again for doing all this.
No problem. Hopefully make things better here for you.
Hope so. Okay, yeah, Odin, you've been up here for how long? How many drinks have you had? Because that's how many rolls you're gonna make.
How long have you guys been gone?
Probably a good 30 minutes. Like,
yeah, like
maybe?
that's like, roughly half an hour, sure.
At least a solid 10.
10 drinks?
Dude, that's one every 3 minutes. Yeah, it sounds
All
well
right,
on pace.
3 minutes?
You are.
Oh.
I don't know how this is gonna work. I think to make it easier, just click advantage or disadvantage, and just click Constitution save 5 times. It should roll it 10 times, and then we'll freaking. This is insane. You better deduct that many drinks from your inventory, man. Okay, so.
Well, he's gonna puke a bit, but it's not bad at all.
Odin, you have level 4 inebriation. And you can look at the effects of that. So everything is stacked. But just to read it out loud if you don't want to look at it, Odin has disadvantage on persuasion, deception. Oh, he just has disadvantage on all ability checks.
Advantage against frightened.
He's advantage against frightened. Yes, he has disadvantage against on all saving throws. He can't dash or move more than 10 feet in the same direction, which is amazing. And he has disadvantage on attack rolls, but he has damage resistance. So, Odin, roll your hit dice, and you are going to gain temporary hit points. Okay, you have 4 temporary hit points, so just write that down. And you are resistant to all kinds of damage, but you have disadvantage on pretty much everything else. And you also can't walk right.
Seems like a good idea. Everything's fine.
Alright.
So, walk out here. Are all these cultists drunk too?
They're all wasted. It smells like, it just smells bad.
Disgusting.
It's not a good sight. There's like puke on the ground and stuff.
Odin.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna go take a walk, okay? Come here.
Can I bring no friends?
No, just you. I'm gonna like grab him by his ear and like try to pull him towards Bob.
Okay.
Alright. Yeah. All your friends are unconscious or incapacitated.
Yeah, so I'm gonna lead him. I'm gonna say, Bob, come.
I come. Mom back.
Okay. So I'm gonna try to put Odin on top of Bob, or
Wait, Bob can't go in the sewers.
no, we're taking the top road.
Oh.
If you want to try and physically lift Odin, you're gonna have to make a strength roll.
Okay, I'm gonna try that first, and then if it doesn't work, I'll tell Bob to pick.
Odin, how much do you weigh?
Oh man, if we're being honest, it's fucking Flinty.
200.
Okay.
Alright, yeah, I mean, I think you're gonna have to
Flinty,
make a strength roll
35.
DC of like 18 or something.
Straight.
Like 35 pounds.
Flinty has to like take something 5 times her weight.
Oh,
She
my
put a
God,
good
yeah.
effort. She was able to get his like. So Odin just.
It's one for my spoon,
Right,
but it's
right.
still not enough.
Odin's so drunk, and he's just like lying on the ground. You actually managed to like get his upper body off the ground, but then you just kind of roll him off you. Like it takes you were super excited to lift him up, but in the middle you're like, yeah, this was a mistake, and you just roll him off you instead. And Bob is like, he looks at you and he's like, hope?
Bob, give Odin piggyback ride.
Bob, hope. Okay. And he is gonna make a strength roll as well. It is going to be, I think the same DC. Right, I said it was 18.
My goodness, how fat is?
Ooh, no, not quite. Yeah. Bob is not a human, and he lives with his back and not his legs. And he kind of picks Odin up, and then Odin just kind of slides out of his hands, and then falls back on the ground.
Well.
I'm gonna go ahead and like wrap around Bob's legs like a child does. My legs and arms just wrapped around it.
Alright, I guess. I don't really know what you'd be rolling for that, but I guess you just do it. Alright, you see Odin crawl up and then hug Bob's fleshy leg.
Okay, so we're gonna just awkwardly stumble.
Okay, and you guys walk. Yeah. It is sort of it's the bottom right of this. Bottom left of this map. Excuse me, bottom left. But you make your way there without any issues. I guess you walk around everything that's happening because you probably can't make it through the giant crowd of drunken, unconscious cultists.
Also can't walk in a straight line, so whatever.
Yep. Well, I guess he's holding on to Bob, so not really walking as much. Yeah, so you guys you make your way around the main road. Yeah, you walk around and you see, just a bunch of stuff going on. Again, you see those guards perched on the ramparts. You see some flesh golems walking around with sort of their own escorts. But nobody questions you. They do give Odin a little bit of puzzled looks. Some concerned, others amused.
I'm gonna wave aggressively at people. Like it's a parade.
Yeah, you can wave. Yeah, you wave aggressively, which is an interesting sight to behold as you're being sort of dragged by this flesh golem. And I think the last thing you see before you sort of walk through the walls into the industrial sector is you briefly for a moment you turn back towards all the drunken cultists, and you see three figures. Two of them are orcs, and they're not necessarily wearing the robes, but they're sort of emblazoned with the insignia, and you see the biggest, most heavily armored one, and he's sort of is just walking there. He's just sort of like kicking their bodies, like not hard, but just like checking to see if they're conscious or not. And then they turn to each other, they shrug, and then they just see them like pile on like four. They just carry 4 bodies on their backs, out of sight. Yeah, and so that's it for Flinty and Odin. So I will get you into that district. So I'll do that real quick. And then that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Okay, you should see a new sector, Flinty and Odin. If you don't, then just let me know. I am going to hop back into the sewers and deal with everybody else. Okay, so you are about to enter the sewers, and you should be able to just walk on through.
I'm gonna have really silly first roll stealth.
While you're holding
Okay.
Pog.
Oh, okay.
You are very stealthy. I do think I need to better ascertain, because I don't know if it's stealth is just like you roll once and you're just stealth forever. Like I really don't feel like that's how it works.
No, you re-stealth every time you enter an area, and there's a different result. That's what I remember. So like if he stealths here, he doesn't have to roll for it. He's just stealth, because none of us are enemies, unless there's an enemy somewhere that I don't know, in which case you would have to make him roll. But then as soon as he enters an area with an enemy that has a different like perception, he has to roll again. Otherwise, that enemy's gonna notice him.
That makes sense.
Right away, yeah.
That's definitely what it'd be. So whenever he gets within line of sight of something, then he would roll
he has
stealth
to roll
again.
again.
Okay, I see. That makes sense. Yeah. So you are free to enter and explore. Yeah, as you enter through the gates, immediately you're hit with. It's not a foul smell, but it's definitely a dank smell. And you see running water down the center way. So the center is running water. It's moving somewhat quickly, and you're not sure how deep it is. But the sides are sort of safe to walk upon. It's this pathway you have. You see there's some makeshift bridges and boards that have been scattered about. And it's not the most well lit, although I think a lot of you have dark vision, so maybe it doesn't matter. But if you don't have dark vision, you can totally decide to light a torch or something to help yourself see, or just trust in your companions to lead you.
Yeah, Ryan.
I think everybody except for Isarya has dark vision, actually.
Sorry, I'm just looking at the map.
I'm gonna give her a candle.
I'm gonna go into this room. These 2 people.
Okay. It's not really a room, and more so much like it's kind of like a dock.
Oh, okay.
Basically, and you just see 2 people that are just playing cards. There's a lit campfire. They sort of nod at you, but they don't really say anything.
So I like to.
What you guys playing in?
Oh, just some light gambling.
Oh, you like gambling, huh?
Do you know how to get to the industrial district?
To be honest,
As
not
soon
really.
as soon as Willie's about to speak, I'm gonna like poke him like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Not.
Wait, you're right. I forgot to ask. Do you have any wheels and steels?
Yeah, that's
No. We just kind of chilling here, man.
What are you guys gambling with?
Oh, just saw Mega coin and pull out a very small coin bag.
Who told you to be here?
No, nobody.
So you guys just figured you would hang out in the sewers?
I mean, we kind of just live here.
Is there anybody else that lives
Listen,
here?
you think everybody's so high and mighty they can afford housing up there? You know, some people have to live here in the dump, all right? Is it that hard for you to come? I'm sorry, Mr. Privileged. You're coming in here thinking, oh, you know, how do you don't live in a house? What kind of dirt pigs are you? Well, excuse me.
I'm gonna.
I don't want the sass, okay? Like.
I think I'm gonna whisper in the two people that are close to me. I'm gonna say, I'm pretty sure it's not a good idea to have those two here, because if they're spies, then the enemy is gonna know that people are using the sewers to travel around. We were told that there was not gonna be anyone here.
I'm gonna roll an insight.
Like, they would have told us that. Oh, by the way, there's two people that live in the sewer because they're broke.
I'm gonna roll.
Yeah, that is
roll an
useless.
insight to see if they are spies or not.
Yeah, roll insight. They very much just look like two people that are down in their luck. And you also recall, they didn't say that nobody's gonna be here. They just said that the sewers are pretty safe from the cultists. And that there's a crocodile, but like...
Well, first of all, they don't look like crocodiles, and second of all, they look more like druggies, so... I think we're pretty much fine.
Listen, I really don't appreciate the name calling. Like, what is your deal? You come in here and you make fun of us for being poor, and now you're saying we're druggies?
To be fair, it's your fault that you decided to pick this spot, and like, I don't know, why here, and not like something in a less familiar spot.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that homeless people get to choose where to be homeless.
I mean,
in Austin, you can.
That.
Do we leave them alive or not?
Hey, listen. We don't want any trouble, all right? But just cool it, all right? You don't see us coming into your house calling you names.
Let's just kill them.
Their money is insured.
Yeah, I think so too.
Like, what are the benefits of keeping them alive? I don't see any.
Hey, listen, hey, chill. If you want our money, we'll give it to you, all right? Just leave us alone.
Alright, I'm gonna
ask for information about where the industrial district is.
Well, see, the thing is, we can just take your money after killing you. So, what are the benefits of us keeping you alive?
Common decency?
I think that's pushing it.
Do you know if there's other people in the sewers?
Yeah?
Look, you got like
so you guys
reiterate?
You guys know the sewers pretty well, then, I would assume, huh?
I guess.
Do you guys know about this crocodile?
Yeah? Oh, Bertha?
Oh, yeah, probably. What is it? Is it a big boy crocodile?
She is very, very big. She's real big. Like, you don't want to mess with her. I'm pretty sure she also has, like, 2 kids.
Ooh.
Do they stay in a certain part of the sewers, or are they just running around?
To be honest, they're not really. They don't. You walk around, you'll see them. They tend to be together, but they're definitely not. They don't like to come around here at the very least.
I see. And Basil is just gonna leave.
I think they prefer the open ways.
Oh my god. So we leave them here?
Yeah, while this is going on, I want to enter through this doorway here.
Okay. That door is locked.
So as Steely is just walking out, he sees a bunch of crocodiles.
You see a huge crocodile, and you see behind, and you assume this is Bertha, and you see behind this really big crocodile, there are 2 smaller ones that are just sort of following her, and they're just kind of chilling.
Smaller.
Right. So we'll catch up with the group, I guess.
Where's Ganondorf?
Are they an attack stance, or are they just kind of minding their own business?
They're just chilling in the water, and
So there's So there's one big issue. It's the only path to the industrial.
Well, okay, so sorry, it's a little bit unclear. She's not like on top. She's just in the water.
Oh, so
yeah.
technically, okay. It's not occupying the entire.
Yeah, they're not
area.
It's like she's not blocking the way. She's in the water.
Oh, so what you're telling me is that we could just shoot her dead from the edge?
Well, you could, but then she could wreck you.
Damn. All right.
Can I try casting Animal Friendship?
What is that? You certainly may.
It's asking me what level. Am I level 2 here?
So the level depends on the spell slots you have. At the moment, let me check your. The level is not your character level. It's the spell slot you want to expend. So you've already expended. You have 4 level 1 spell slots, and you have 1 level 2 spell slot. You already used 1 to cast Pass Without Trace.
Okay, so just a level 1 then?
It's up to you. I don't know what higher level. Let's see. When you cast a spell using a spell slot of 2nd level or higher, you can affect 1 additional beast for each slot above level 1st. I see. Okay.
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 I'll just do 1.
Okay, yeah, sounds good.
And aim it at Bertha.
Yep. And otherwise, they must succeed on a wisdom save or be charmed for 24 hours. Okay. So wisdom save it is. I'm pretty sure that's your spell save DC is like 12 or something. Okay.
Wait.
Oh, your spell save DC is 16. Okay. You walk. You're standing on this makeshift platform, and you see this crocodile, who sees you, and you see her open her maw threateningly, and as she opens her maw, it's like you could stand in it, right? And like you could. It's huge. She's huge, but you cast this spell, and what do you say? Because it is a verbal spell.
Oh, I didn't think I'd get this far. Oh great crocodile, we mean you no harm.
And then
Abracadabra.
and she very slowly closes her maw, and then sinks below the surface and stares at you.
Well.
Oh,
great.
Guess we can pass
I know.
now. I guess you could go ahead first.
I mean,
I am also stealth, so I could also go.
Well,
like,
you have to roll a new stealth check.
I did. I rolled 20.
Oh,
yeah,
I
you
see
did,
someone. I see someone.
Alright.
Right, like adjacent of us.
It's all Trail, our friend.
Yeah, Ganondorf is hanging out back here with the 2 dudes. What you doing back here, Ganondorf?
Yeah, I wanted to ask them if they know anything about this door.
Oh
That's
yeah, that
locked.
one. No, that's the door to the crypt. That's where they keep all the dead people.
Do you got a key for it?
No, we don't. And to be honest, we don't want to go in there.
Why don't you want to go in there?
I think most people don't want to be where dead people are.
I guess you got a fair point.
Like, just as a general thing.
I gotcha. And then, according to the map, this ladder here climbs up to the castle.
Yes, that's correct, but you do not know where it leads.
I will climb this ladder.
Alright, we will resolve that in a moment. Okay, the remaining group, Ganondorf has abandoned you, but you do not know that.
Yikes.
You said, what'd you say?
Ganondorf, I have abandoned you. Oh. Yeah, he climbed up a ladder, but you didn't see him, because he's, like, still behind. Yeah, okay, you see, 2 people that are sort of just sleeping.
I wonder why they're sleeping. What if they're homeless or if they're guarding something?
Whoa, Eragon, did you just leap across? Oh, I guess there's a bridge there. Okay.
Well, according to the map, there's like nothing behind them, right? Like it's just a table, but there's a path. If we keep going forward, there's a path to the industrial district. That's kind of all. Yeah. But they're not guarding anything. Like there's nothing behind them, unless.
We wanna.
You can roll. You can, if you want to see if there's anything, you could roll perception.
Okay,
Sure.
I'll roll perception.
Do we want to do a group perception? Because we're all here.
Well, group perception doesn't really make sense because it's just like you each perceive something.
Okay.
Group is more like if you're trying to stealth together or persuade someone together or something like that. Because those are group activities. But perception is individual, always.
This is +3. Yeah, my persuasion is down.
Yikes.
You guys are not very perceptive, apparently.
Nope.
Wait, I still have to do mine. Oh, I hate this.
Wait, we have someone else. We're missing, right?
Ganondorf disappeared, so he's not here.
Well, you don't know that. You're
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah,
where's
Eragon is
Ganondorf?
with us. No, but Eragon is with us. Yeah.
Okay, Eragon. They don't seem to be guarding anything. There's sort of sacks, which you ascertain to be their belongings and stuff. What you do see, though, is that although they're sleeping, you can see them holding hands. And it's very cute.
That's adorable. Alright, let's
Ew.
move.
Alright, let's kind of move slowly past them and go over to that plank and cross it and continue on.
Guys, are we just gonna ignore the guy that we just saw, like, behind the crocodiles?
Yes.
Well, we want to go to the industrial district, so probably yeah.
I think that's the civilian sector where you're going right now. If
Yeah, we fucked up. We went too far ahead. It was ahead of the crocodile. Everybody, run back.
You're sprinting back, running through these sewers.
Where if I get anything dirty. Ew.
Oh my god, that's the junkie.
Yeah, you see a orc who's just sort of like muttering to himself about something.
Sure, I guess we'll go talk to him, then recruit him in our party. Because that's always what happens.
Oh, Ganondorf, you're back.
I was just looking so I can see what you guys are looking at.
Oh, gotcha.
Alright, let's go talk to this drunken or
who approaches
drugged person. Oh man, why do I always approach people?
Alright, you approach him and he's just like muttering something unintelligible under his breath, and he's just like staring at the wall. You see some mushrooms. You see some bottles that are just lying on their side, contents spilled out.
So he's just basically a drug addict.
Yeah. Do you have mushrooms and alcohol?
These are mine! You can't have them!
Alright, that's fair. Goodbye. We'll see you later. I'm gonna leave.
You have wheels and steel.
Fuck this guy.
This guy.
We're just gonna give up that easily, guys?
What are we supposed to do? You want to recruit him to our party? Go, have at it.
No, wait.
Do you have any wheels and steels?
It's mine.
Let's just threaten him.
It's all mine.
Oh my god.
We're gonna take it from you if you don't talk to us.
Yes, that's what I like to hear.
Alright, roll intimidation. This is gonna be, oh my gosh, Eragon got the natural 20.
Hey.
Okay. He settles down, but he's still muttering under his breath, it's mine.
Ask him what's yours.
Okay, can I say something? Like, do I intimidate him here?
What do you say to intimidate him?
Alright, listen, bitch. I haven't gone through this whole fucking sewer, this disgusting ass sewer. Like, I am getting dirty in places that I don't want to be dirty in. Show us what you have.
he's very jittery, but he points an arm very jerkily over here, and it's just a bunch of random stuff splayed out. There's like some mysterious powder. There's some mushrooms. Just a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, we found a like a drug junkie.
That was anticlimactic. Okay, let's just leave, guys.
You think he was like? You think he was carrying 1,000 gold with him or something?
We had to do it for the style points.
You're fucking drug addict, man. Okay, so all those 3 paths lead to the industrial district.
Yes, they lead to different exits.
Yeah. So the issue is, which one do we take? Do we?
I'm gonna go up here in the bottom one. And he just immediately goes up to the south.
Okay. Yep. You see Wheelie clamber up the bottom
Oh my
one
fucking
without
God,
waiting.
I'm gonna go with Isarya.
Yeah, we're gonna go up.
Yeah,
this
I'm gonna stick with my friends, cause yeah.
Okay.
Can I
Eragon,
go
where
up
are you
north?
going? All right.
I'm going up north.
Love it. All right. I need to split up some stuff. So first things first, Ganondorf. I need to show you something. So let's see. How do we do this? I guess nobody else will be able to see, but
You can't just stop looking at the page window on.
No. I got it worked out. Eternal, you should see a black screen right now.
No, because I see all my old tokens.
Oh, your old token's there. Right. I forgot about that. Give me a momento.
Bye, friends. Alright, now my screen's black.
Okay, yeah, and now you should be able to see it in a moment. So at the top there's a grate. What do? You are underneath this grate, which seems to be sort of bolted in to the ground.
I'm underneath a grate that's bolted to the ground.
It's like loosely bolted.
So can I? And it's able to be moved. I'm able to lift it up.
Yes, you are.
Okay, so I'd like to lift it up and like slowly slide it over, and then climb up out of there.
Make a stealth check. Ooh, unfortunate. You very gingerly lift up the grate, and then you sort of get out, but then it just like comes smashing down, and it was very loud. But you are out. You are out, and you sort of entered what looks to be like a washroom of something. You're not quite sure what.
Okay, and then so it looks like down here there's like a doorway out of here, correct?
Can you ping that? Yes, there is.
Okay, and then up here this is a closed door.
Yes.
Okay. I guess I'm going to peek around the corner of this door. Just trying to see if there's anyone in my line of sight.
Okay, you peek around and you don't see anybody down that pathway. Although this door, this door is not. I guess that door is not locked per se. Right. So so the first door is not locked, but the door you're at right now, that door is locked, and it's sort of like a double. This little small room here is like a double lock system.
Like an airlock.
Kind of. I mean, they're grates. Like you can see through them. They're just locked.
Do they go from like floor to ceiling?
Yes.
And this one's locked. I'd like to try and just brute force my way through this door.
Okay.
Flat strength.
I'm guessing that's not gonna be quiet. Yeah, you're just rolling strength. All right. Yeah, you bash your way through, and you find yourself into this center room. And ahead of you are 2 more doors, and you hear the sound of rushing footsteps.
I'd like to try and stealth here.
I don't really know how that's gonna work unless you go back through. So like you're just because.
I guess right here, yeah, like back up out of the door.
All right, roll stealth. All right, let me just check some things. Okay. And you see So you see a couple of things. You see at least 4 people rush out with their weapons drawn, and they're looking around, but they don't see a person. But then you see another figure who comes over, and she notices the bashed-in door, and she points to it and whispers something that you cannot hear. What do you do?
I'm going to retreat backwards towards the grate that I came up.
Okay. And you hear one of them jingling keys, and you hear the sound of a click and a little and you sort of see the first lock open up, and you see them rush in. I'm gonna need you to make a second stealth check, please. Okay, you see them rush in, but they do not see you, thankfully. But you do hear them proceeding down the hallway.
Alright, then I'm going to go back down into the sewers then.
Okay, and I assume you're going to cover yourself up?
Yes, yep. Move the grate back over on my way down.
Okay. Okay. And the last thing you see is you see all of them enter through, and you sort of see and hear hushed words from above you as you're sort of lowering yourself back into the sewers. And one's like, what the hell is that? And their voices get dimmer and dimmer as you retreat back into the sewers. And you go back into the sewers. Okay. And so you're by yourselves in the sewers. I need to move the sewer team back up there, and then I'm going to, I think, actually, well, Ganondorf, just to, in case of anything, do you decide to proceed to the industrial sector?
Yeah, but I wouldn't know which path they took, correct?
That's true, you would not.
So I would just go straight along this path and take the middle one.
Okay. So I'll just go ahead and move you so you sort of know where you're going. Yep, okay. And then you're going up there. Okay, great. And now I think everybody's finally back on the same page. So let me do that for you guys. I think everybody's finally back. Okay. You should be seeing some black screens, some of you at least. Give me a second. You are not in your final positions. And for all intents and purposes, you have not yet risen above the sewer sort of plates, I guess. The manholes. Okay, and last but not least. Okay. Oops. There we go. Okay. And then I gotta get rid of your tokens in here. Okay. You are underneath these grates, and you're just sort of. Do you just bust out, or are you gonna like be all sneaky about it?
I think really Steely's gonna roll stealth, and he's also. I guess he should roll perception to see where Flinty and Bob are.
Well, you'd roll stealth, yeah. So you would roll stealth. Eragon, I guess you would also roll stealth by yourself.
I would like to roll stealth as well.
Yes, the ones in the 4 in the middle, you're going to make a group stealth check. Yeah, just waiting for you. I'm just waiting for Eragon's roll because then it'll be easy for me to see sort of the 4 of you grouped together.
You want me to roll?
Yes, everybody's going to be rolling stealth. Ooh, okay, wow. Okay, so this is what happens. Wheelie, you wait until footsteps get further and further away, and you slowly peek your head out of the manhole, and right before your very eyes, you see Flinty, you see Bob, and you see Odin hugging Bob's legs like a toddler. So that's what you see. Eragon, you are also able to sort of get out of the grate without anybody noticing. And the four of you, Ganondorf and Isarya sort of trip over each other, and you can hear the footsteps above you stop for a brief moment before moving onwards. And yeah, all of you are able to successfully exit the sewers. And you sort of just confidently pretend like you were here all along in your cultist robes. So in terms of what you guys see, so Eragon, above you looks to be a warehouse. You look inside briefly, there seems to be a bunch of weaponry, a bunch of like assault, siege weapons and stuff like that. In front of you, there's also a smithy. You also notice this sort of skeletal snake naga that Ciego warned you about. The group in the middle, you also turn to your right. You see this same skeletal naga, and you see, additionally, you see a cultist that's sort of walking above these pits, and you look down and you see people with chains and shackles that are digging and using pickaxes to sort of like excavate what looks to be bones and stuff. And there's also a couple skeletons that are patrolling this immediate area. Wheelie, Flinty, Odin, when you enter the district, you see right there in big bold letters, Goldfinger Bank. Yeah. Jarius, stop freaking
To be fair,
spoiling everything.
To be fair, I'm only showing it after they straight up said it.
So let's start with let's just go top down. Eragon, what do you do?
Okay, well, I have a deathly fear of snakes and anything that seems like snake, like appears to be one.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go the other way and see what I can find.
Yeah, definitely.
Wait, am I still stealth, or was that just to get out of the crate?
That was just to get out of the sewers.
Okay, could I stealth again?
To try and like hide from the vision of this snake? Yeah, totally.
Well, I mean, I kind of wanted to like explore like down here, or like should I?
You can just.
Do I know where?
There.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so dark. Oh my god.
Don't you have dark vision?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know.
Oh, I see. Vision's obscured. Yeah, vision's obscured. It's a very narrow alleyway.
Okay. Okay. Hold up. No.
You walk down. Maybe your heart's racing because you just saw this snake and you're terrified of snakes. In the alleyway, it's kind of just dank. To your right is a wooden building, and you swear you can smell some very pleasant smells. To your left is just this huge stone wall.
Okay. I kind of want to explore the pleasant smells.
Okay. So the entrance is on the same side as the snake.
Oh, is this a window? Fuck.
This is a window, yes.
Oh, like right here. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna quietly get out of there.
The door is right here. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, you quickly sweep yourself in. I need to rethink my how windows work because I guess it's a little confusing what's a window and what's a door. Or maybe I'll just do it with dynamic lighting. I don't know. We'll see. But you okay, yeah. You walk in and immediately you are overwhelmed with sense of baked goods. And you look on the countertop and there's breads and there's pastries and there's a bunch of very tasty looking things. Across the countertop you can see a female dragonborn and a female dwarf that are hard at work, sort of just making a bunch of stuff.
Okay. Let's see. I kind of want to get something for myself here, you know? Like, I haven't haven't had anything good in a while.
Yeah, totally.
Can I pickpocket?
You can definitely try and do that. Yeah, roll sleight of hand.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah. That is not gonna do it. You knock into a stool, and the Dragonborn turns around, and she sees you reaching for like a slice of pie, and she's like, "Excuse me."
Hi.
Do you need something?
Well, I was walking by, trying to avoid mortal doom from that giant snake thing out there, and I happened to come across the smell from this place, and you guys have great things here. I was wondering if I can have some.
Aren't you the bad guy?
Nah. Why can you say? Why do you say that? Look what I'm wearing. Wait. I'm still wearing the cultist stuff, right?
Yep.
Okay. Nah. What are you talking about? Look at me. Do I look like a bad guy, guys? Come on.
It's I don't know. What's your... I mean, I guess if you pay, it's alright, but...
Oh, we're paying now? Oh, fuck.
What?
Can I trade you some stuff? Can we trade? Is that a possibility?
I mean... Not really. If you were at a bakery, would you just oh, here, yeah, I got some clothing. Is this Skyrim?
Listen, I'm really craving these sweets right now, and if you guys don't cooperate, I'm gonna be forced to take action.
Oh my gosh, roll intimidation.
God damn it.
So, you say you're not the bad guys, but you're forced to take action. And what exactly is that action you're going to take? Do you even know what we're doing?
You're baking, right?
Yeah, we're baking because these guys they just keep asking for food. If anything, they need us. We could get you in trouble with them. How's that sound?
Honestly, I feel like you guys have problems with them, not me, okay? Maybe instead of trying to work your asses off to feed those, losers, we can band together because I appreciate you guys for what you do.
So much so that you try to steal from us.
It was a misunderstanding. I was having an off day. Can't you guys understand?
Listen, as much as we appreciate it, we literally can't stop working. I'm pretty sure they're gonna kill us.
Not before I kill you, Jesus.
Oh my god.
Alright, well they're not cooperating, so can I kill them?
I mean, I guess you can, yeah. Alright, are we doing this?
We are. I'm ready.
Alright, Eragon, roll you gotta give me a second. Eragon, roll initiative.
Somebody's hangry.
Oh boy, alright. I didn't even give these guys stat blocks. I know what I can do. Just give me a second. Alright.
I'm a different bitch when I'm hungry, guys. Sorry.
If you die, I'm leaving you dead.
Alright, Eragon, it's your turn.
Okay, I wanna, let's see, I wanna cast, Ice Knife.
Okay. On who?
Do we see what's going on, and can we go help, or not at all?
You don't see any of this.
Okay, so we would have to use a turn to scream so that we could actually help, or let us know. Okay.
Is that a thing? Can that be a possibility?
Yeah, that...
Wait.
Alright, yeah, you cast Ice Knife, but it misses, and, it just misses. It barely misses the Dragonborn, and she screams, which alerts... I don't know. A lot of people are alerted. Yep. I'm gonna say the 4 in the middle are alerted, so you guys can roll initiative, but you're gonna go roll after these guys take their turn because with just the way sort of this works. Okay, so it's gonna be the Dragonborn's turn, and she's going to leap over the countertop and run out and scream for help. And the dwarf is going to do the same. She's gonna run out and scream for help. And now you 4 can roll for initiative, and I'm gonna roll for initiative for a bunch of things.
Hey, Flinty, you heard something?
I forgot to click my token.
No, I don't see or hear anything.
Agreed. So, why is Odin hugging Bob?
Oh, he got a little tipsy, and we tried to put him on Bob's back, but we couldn't. I'm too short.
I see. Wait, actually, hold on. A bigger question. Where is Odin's group? How did you manage to ditch them?
What?
Odin's group.
All the drunk cultists?
Oh, never mind, I see.
They were drunk and sleeping.
Yeah, that's kind of self-explanatory.
Hey, Josie.
Hey guys, let's do a stealth mission.
How long has it been since I picked up those gauntlets to now? Has it been an hour where the point is that I'm attuned with them now?
It has been an hour, and the skin that is surrounding the gauntlet has started to go black, which maybe might freak you out, but you don't feel any pain.
Perfect. Okay.
Like, think of like if you leave something in the oven for too long and how the skin kind of gets all like crinkly and hard and stuff. It's that. That's what's happening.
All right. Cool. Thank you.
I mean, this is fun. This is just insane. All right. Let me sort this initiative.
Hey, Josie, one more thing.
Yeah, what's up?
So since I'm attuned, I still have to wait 3 more days before I get the +1 to AC and the disadvantage on dex rolls and stuff, correct?
You actually get all that. You actually get access to all the spells as well.
Just for being attuned?
Yes, you're attuned already. After attunement, you get the full benefits of the thing. It's just flavor-wise, other stuff happens over the course of 3 days.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. Here's what happens. Eragon, it's your turn.
I want to transform.
All right. What are you transforming into?
Let's see.
Can you transform into a crocodile now?
No, I had options. Wait, I'm trying to look for them. I forgot where they were.
Yeah, the crocodile.
Can you call the crocodile to come help?
Oh, can I do that?
You're not within 30 feet.
Yeah. Damn.
No, but can you turn into a crocodile because he's like seen one or?
So the baby crocodiles are challenge rating 1/2, and the big one was CR5, which he definitely cannot turn into that.
Yeah. So he can turn into a small one if you wanted to.
He can turn to the small ones, yes, but they're kind of wimpy. They have the same HP as he does.
Oh,
Can I be a giant spider?
You absolutely may. All right. Do you make any cool sounds while you're at it?
No, it's very uncool.
He says this all in character. No, it's all uncool.
Squigga squigga. There you go.
Squigga.
Spider.
Squigga squigga squigga.
Give me a second to set this up, sorry.
It's okay.
Alright, I'm going to delete your main token. And I am going to do this real quick. So, you should... If you alt double click on the spider, you can see all the information about it. But basically, yeah, your speed is 30 feet. You can also climb 30 feet without having to make any checks. Yeah, you become this disgusting spider. And it's still your turn. Oh, I need to add you to the initiative. You went before Ganondorf.
Okay, where can I see my abilities again? What do I have to do?
Alt
to get
double
to the
click.
characters?
Alt
Okay.
double click on the spider, or you can click on the sheet itself in wild shape.
I got it.
Okay.
I have more than just bite now.
You are a spider.
Okay, I want to follow them.
Okay. Go ahead, walk on out, and make sure to count your movement, please.
So, I've always just like done just counted, but is there a way to like show people?
Yes.
Okay,
If you press Q, like after you click and hold, you can drag, and it'll show you the distance.
Oh shit. Okay, and okay, and you said how many feet? I'm just gonna follow them actually.
You have 30 feet is your max movement.
Okay, I'll just stick on them.
All right. And then what are you doing?
Ooh. Okay.
So a couple of things. As you walk out, this skeletal snake turns its gaze towards you, and hisses, "A spider."
Oh, it talks.
Interesting.
Can I just run?
Well, how much movement do you have left?
10. So
Alright.
I'm just gonna run the opposite direction because I ain't about that spider.
Okay.
Damn it. Okay, well I'm just on top of them.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Ganondorf, it is your turn. So you just heard screams, and you just heard sticks hiss, and you hear the spider, not spider, you hear the skeletal, snake hiss, and, it signals, to the district, that there is trouble afoot. So what do you do? Also, do you need help adding spells? Because I can do that for you.
Yes, I was doing them manually and it takes forever.
I should be able to click and drag.
Yeah,
so let me
I
just
wasn't able
do
to.
that for you real quick. Yeah. I'll get you sorted.
So I can hear where they came from, right? So I can start heading in that
Yes.
direction.
Can you really quick just tell me what spells?
Firebolt, Control Flames, Burning Hands. Do you want me to only add the ones I can use right now, or all of them?
Yeah, I mean, just for now, so it's a little expedited.
So Flame Blade's level 3, but I don't have any spell slots because I'm not a magical person, so I don't know how that. Is that my character level?
You would be using the So the levels in the document are your character level.
Okay.
The things you consume to cast these spells are the charges. It's
Right.
not at all anything. Yeah.
So I guess I would need the Flame Blade one for level 3 and Pyrotechnics for level 3 too, and then those would be the 5 I'm able to use.
So it's Firebolt.
Control
one at a time,
Flames.
sorry. Okay, next one.
Burning Hands. Flame Blade.
Next one. And last one.
Pyrotechnics.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Yeah, just make sure you're tracking. Also your spellcasting ability is Strength, by the way.
Yeah, I seen that. And then I added in the next to my rage counter the Gauntlets of Firestarter with a 5 tracker.
Ah, that's smart.
So
so just really quick, I'm gonna set this to Strength for you, and it should auto-populate the spell save DC and your spell attack bonus, as you see. So yeah.
Does that convert them just for those ones, or does that change Speak with Animals and Beast Sense too? Actually, I don't know if those even work on that.
Those don't have saves associated with them, so it's not really a big deal.
Okay, alright, cool. Okay, so then anyways, I can hear where they're from, and you can't see my pings, but they're over this way.
Yes.
Correct, in that building? Okay.
You just heard screams. You don't know what's going on.
Right, so I'm gonna head over this way and end right there, because that's my movement.
Okay.
It's the end of my turn.
Galadriel, it is your turn. Oh yeah, that just reminds me. Thank you. If you're done your turn, just say I end my turn. It's very useful for me.
I'm going to follow Ganondorf, and I'll end my turn.
Okay.
So what do Wheelie, Steely, Flinty, and Odin do since we're not in turn order? Can we just do whatever we want?
Yeah, pretty much, but as soon as you see this happening, you're going to enter the turn order.
Okay, then he's just gonna enter the bank.
Okay, and we'll resolve that probably next session, because just because one guy got real hangry. All right.
Sorry.
You see this bony snake spin around in place, and you see 2 hex circles appear next to it, and 2 large minotaur skeletons appear beside it. And then it's going to move towards the giant spider.
Wait, you went the other way? Oh.
Well, I mean, it's attacking the giant spider. It doesn't think you guys are a threat.
No. I'm talking to Ryan.
Oh.
For sure, it goes the wrong way.
And
I was running away.
Okay, let's see now. It is going to cast. It is going to cast Sleep. It's gonna cast Sleep at. Let me just do some math here. It's gonna cast Sleep at level 2. Okay, now how the heck does this work? Okay, I see. Eragon? You fall asleep. You're sleeping. Yep, you're sleeping.
Okay. Wait, how do I?
You don't roll anything. You just go to sleep. You can't save against this.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Okay. Good night. Wait. Okay.
To be fair, Ciego told us not to fight this guy.
You will regret your words and your deeds. I need to put these guys in the order too. Alright. Okay. Next in turn is going to be the guy standing next to the pit, and he is going to use his movement to run up there. Which is 30. Okay. Next in turn is going to be one of these Minotaur skeletons, who's going to run up to you, Eragon, and everybody else, you can hear some commands that are being shouted by this skeletal snake, and this Minotaur is just going to sort of lay its humongous axe across your body, Eragon, and hold you in place. Odin? Next up is a figure you don't see, but just how this works. It's just gonna walk out. Okay, next up is this female dragonborn who's gonna take a step back. I just need to move you for a second, and sort of just watch what's happening. Next up, again, someone else. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go through one round, and then I think we have to call it, unfortunately. So, Isarya, it is your turn. What do you do? Say that again?
As of right now, we don't. These people in front of Pog and I don't really know that we're with Eragon yet, right?
No, they don't.
Okay, so I'm just gonna opt just to follow Galadriel and Ganondorf.
Okay. Okay. Next up is the other skeleton, miniature skeleton, who's going to do the same thing. And he's going to walk up to the other side of Eragon and hold his axe down over him and just sort of lock your body. Next up was this other terrified dwarf woman you scared, who's also going to move out of the way and just sort of stand by and watch what happens. Next up, I guess Eragon, I guess you don't see it, but some figures walk out from the building above. Dwarf Pog, it is your turn.
So the two people that are in front of me, the looks like
these guys in here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're the ones digging a hole, correct?
Yeah, they're just digging.
Okay. Is there a way I could use my turn to, like, I'm assuming they're slaves, could be wrong, but I'll take a gamble. I'm gonna yell at them, like, hurry up, now's your chance to escape. And I'm gonna open the sewers and try to, like, let it open for a little bit so that they would escape. I'm assuming you have to run persuasion, probably?
Yes, you have to roll persuasion, please.
Yeah,
this is going to
they
be
don't really know
DC.
me.
This is going to be DC 12.
Persuasion. Give me one sec. Okay.
Unfortunate. They are too terrified to move, and you have drawn the attention of at least this figure, who turns back and is like, "What the hell did I just hear?"
I'm going into sewers, or unless it's another turn, I don't mind. But yeah, I left the sewers open for them, but I'm out. Like, I went into sewers.
Okay, so you went down into the sewers.
Yeah, like, Dwarf Pog basically opened the sewers, was like, "Hey guys, come, it's your chance to escape," and he went down the sewers.
Oh, right.
Just left it for them. Like,
oh
it's up
my
to them.
gosh, there's just so many implications. I love it. Okay. Whew, boy.
Hey, I figured it's much better to fight an army in the sewers than fucking open ground like this. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. We'll see. But, seems like better to me.
Lead them to the crocodile.
Plus, we can lead them to the crocodile. Yeah, there's many options that we have here. Better than just in the open, just getting shot in 50 different directions.
Okay, I'm gonna write that down, that you're going to the sewers with the intent to lead them down there. Okay, so I do have to say, unfortunately, this is time.
Yeah, that's
fair. I personally do have to end it because I have something. Maybe don't kill people over not giving you baked goods next time.
No, I think that was the right move, but
Jesus. Thank you.
I respect the initiative. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I was expecting what I was hoping was that I would either intimidated them or successfully pickpocketed, but it didn't work out that way.
Things don't always work out though.
All right. Yeah. With that, have a good night, y'all.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Bye.
I still don't know what weapon I got from my little cards. Like,
I'll have that decided sometime tomorrow.
Yeah, I was just wondering, is it doesn't say magical weapon. It says like
It's basically a wondrous item is like